Sal was having flashbacks of the past, sleeping with his mother. He used to play and was a loving child. But one day her mother said goodbye to him. The other kids bullied him because his mother left him alone. As he was dreaming, he had a severe headache, denying the reality of getting abandoned. He woke up in the arms of a sword demon. In a rage, he said, "It was you who killed my mother." Overpowering the sword demon, Sal kicked him and used blood magic. Demon was shocked to see a little kid using his magic against him. He threw Sal away, mentioning that Sal was burning his blood to strike him. Sword demon felt weak and thought to replenish his energy. As he turned, Sal asked, "Was it delicious?" The sword demon saw Sal holding his sword above his head. In that moment, Sal saw the image of his mother again, satisfied to take her revenge. The sword demon falls on his head, thinking this kid is a monster. I need to think of something. But Sal didn't give him a chance and swiftly defeated him. "Now your talent is mine," Sal pondered. Sal was self-blaming, thinking of himself as a monster. But he calmed down as he saw her mother's reflection one last time. After a moment, someone yelled his name. It was Andrea, who was running anxiously towards Sal, asking, "What are you doing? Why are you covered in blood?" She quickly held Sal's face and started healing him. Sal thought that Andrea had suffered the same fate as the concubines. He hugged her and swore to protect her from the Cooper family. The disappearance of the sword demon caused a commotion, leading to the execution of all Eden Springs guardians. Amidst the lies, Sal was accused of causing the sword spirit's disappearance. Without evidence, the matriarch intensified the persecution through confinement, blood withdrawal, and poison. But Sal survived unscathed. 4 years later, Cooper family training ground. Alan Cooper was sparing and defeated a servant. After defeating them, he boasted about his sword skills. Standing on the balcony, Duke Hugh Isaac remarked, "I've heard young Master Alan has S-grade swordsmanship talent. Seeing it today, the rumors are true." The head of the Cooper family replied, "You're too kind." Suddenly, someone yelled, catching their attention. Some men holding swords charged at Sal, but Sal didn't flatter. He swung his sword, taking care of all of them at once. Both of them were astonished. Duke Isaac remarked, "This number of moves. Ordinary people at this age would still be apprentices. But this kid has clearly reached the stage of Silver Sword Guardian. This is incredible." Alan felt a pang of jealousy as Sal stole the limelight. Alan pointed his sword at Sal and said, "Hey, do you dare to duel with me for one round?" Sal thought, if Alan's talent from the previous life was stripped from me, then his true ability would be... He agreed to spar since he wanted to test Alan's ability. Both of them drew their swords while the crowd was cheering for Alan. Alan struck first, thought he could defeat Sal. After blocking his attack, Sal yawned and mocked Alan by asking him to put more force into his attack. Alan jumped back, preparing to strike back by utilizing his mana, thinking, "Impossible. Mother told me that with my current strength, no one in my family is my match." Dodging the attack, Sal thought, so weak. The magic power on the sword is thin and artificially enhanced. I was worried for nothing. This guy lacks swordsmanship talent entirely. From behind, Sal prepared to strike Alan and remarked, "Let me show you a real strike." Sal struck Alan's eye with his sword, injuring him. Alan shouted in pain as he fell to the floor. Duke Isaac laughed mockingly. "Looks like I judged wrongly. Young Master Alan's ability is nothing much. Those servants he defeated just now weren't acting, were they?" "You're being disrespectful," Duke Cooper remarks. Sorry. After all, young Master Alan and my younger sister are engaged. I don't want my sister to be married to a useless man." Duke Cooper replies, "You're worrying too much. If the royal family hadn't granted this marriage, who knows if your sister would have been able to get married at all." Duke Isashi turned around to leave, saying, "I won't disturb you any further. Don't forget our two families' joint operation in 10 days, Duke Cooper." While the head of the Cooper family was furious because of Alan, he asks the maid about Sal. The maid gives information about Sal, mentioning that he is his son. "Ooh, my son." That explains the sword talent. He ponders and tells the maid to bring him to his study room. In the study room, under fearful gazes, Sal knelt down and asked, "What are your orders, master?" Duke Cooper couldn't sense any talent power from Sal at all. He thought, is he hiding his true ability to steal the heir's position? Too easy to read. As he grabs a sword, he mentions, in 10 days, you will lead Shadow Squad 10 and head towards the Closet Crystal City, together with the Isaac family, to retrieve the dragon egg. This sword can activate the teleportation to Crystal City. Sal was alarmed, thinking, retrieve the dragon egg and anger the demonic dragon? Leon must have ulterior motives. But how could I miss the chance to earn a dragon egg? He accepts the task but makes a request. Duke, with a chilling expression, remarked, a request? Enjoying the journey so far? Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button to keep the adventure going.